Hey Rebels. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump straight into this because it's kind of irritating, right? When you realize that you are the one who is in the sense of stubbornness, right? I'm getting a lot of stubborn energy here. So let's see what all this is about. Okay, therapy and grounding, creativity, shield, and intentions, new beginning. At the bottom, we have dreams realized, manifested. So, as I stated already, and I know things look a little crooked, but guess what? That's a part of the lesson as well. Things don't have to be perfect. Just get the stuff done. What is it we're talking about? I don't know. So we have, let's see, let me get. So I'm definitely getting a feeling of you're heading in a direction, um, doing, proceeding is something that you manifested. The issue is that it seems that you want to take others along, that you want to take others along, take others alone. Okay, no, don't. Okay, take others along. Don't loan out the energy and the prosperity that you have worked so hard for trying to instruct others and I'm saying in the framework of something that you specifically know that you're trying to find that loophole to be able to bring somebody in, to be able to get them to comprehend the vision that you're trying to have. Seems to be something that you need to be doing solo and by yourself. So Spirit, let's just go ahead and just get this real quick. Okay. A win-win outcome is forecasted. If you ground yourself, if you realize that this is for you, this is for you. Those who will be there once this is accomplished will be there. Other than that, stop trying to convince and persuade somebody like, hey, so just leave the light on just a little bit longer. Just, no, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. It's suggested that you don't do that. But like, that's where I know I'm not doing that. Process your feelings. Avoid drama. Interesting. This just came out in the last read. Same spot, I believe. A new start is coming. See there's a new start coming, and you are trying to figure out how to keep how to allow your future unknown to accept all of your comfort and discomfort of your past. And that's not fair to you because prosperity lies ahead. So it's time for you to get a little bit of bullheaded. People are not going to like how you are behaving. They may not even understand where you're coming from or why you're moving the way that you're moving. But ultimately, is it for their understanding or is it for your understanding? That's what you need to figure out. Are you living life purely as a character in somebody else's story? Yes, and I do this character, main character, side character, all that stuff all the time because it's important to realize, right? Because of our dependency on others' presence and our dependency of others' validation. Are you really living your life to the extent that others need, that it's so important for you to persuade others to experience your life, to co-anchor in your life, to be a part of your life? Howl at the moon. Honey, if you don't get about these illusions, you are going to be crying to the moon, saying, where did I go wrong? What did I miss? What did I not pay attention to? You didn't pay attention to the illusions that were right in front of your face with the green arrow above you saying, hey, this is it. Meaning, let that go. Not go this way. Let that go. Okay, so then we have empty, boredom. I want to bring this down just a bit. I'm probably going to rearrange them, but you know what? A little bit of rearrangement is not bad at all. All right, perspectives. Okay. Commitment. I feel a turn in the gut, like there's just a knot just twisting tighter and tighter. Because you've been told this before. Obsession. So shield yourself from obsession because new experiences are coming. There is a new start, a new beginning, and this is all for you. This is all for you. This is another chapter in your story. And yes, you might have some familiar words within those paragraphs, but you're also going to have a lot of new words and a lot of new formats that you didn't think that you were capable of laying out for your foundation. So even though you have, let's say you have a wrecked home on top of an unsturdy foundation, you're not going to have to remove this wrecked home completely. You're building right now, you're building on top of, you're building underneath this wrecked home and trying to create a stable foundation, but ultimately you need to demolish the structure, the conditioning of that wrecked home. Sweep all that shit away and see the foundation, because the foundation of everything is you. Your approval, your co-signing, your validation, you're choosing what this new home looks like. You're laying out the blueprint. You're laying out the foundation. You're putting in all the blood, sweat, and tears. And all you're giving to others is a conversation of how to do what you did and everything, and inviting other people into your business when, honey, you're the one who needs to know the details. So all that time that you're spending on maintenance, talking to somebody else, trying to keep them up with what the plan is, and they're not even picking up a hammer, let alone sweeping away a little dust for you, they're actually adding on more and adding on more and adding on more. No, this is about you doing something solo yourself, which I'm sure this channel is going to wind up being about. It is about what it is that you need to do with yourself. Yes, I love the other tarot readers. I actually have several favorite tarot readers here on YouTube. Yet, we hear so much about what's going on with other people, but what is going on with you, and how do you make these choices going forwards? Now knowing these compromising situations, because these situations are definitely compromising. You're taking in so much information about others and you're figuring out others. Yes, that is important, because you do need to understand people. You do need to understand archetypes. But who are you now that you have all this information? Who are you now that you have all this information? So, therapy may be necessary for somebody. And therapy, just to give you a little bit of insight, therapy is not about your therapist resolving your situation. It's about you hearing yourself. Hear yourself and have someone there who, I know they're getting paid to care, but a lot of them, they would do it without even needing to get paid, because they genuinely care, because they want to, as I do, feel the energy in this space called Earth that we all are collaborating in and coexisting in, and feel something different other than all this stagnance and all this, I want power. No, everybody, we will not do He-Man authority here. Okay. So grounding, a win-win outcome is forecasting and emptiness. So you got to walk this dark alley by yourself. Take your time. There's no danger. It's empty. It may seem boring. The process may seem boring, but then I would have to ask you, are you really invested in something that is of your interest, or something that someone else told you that you should do, that you would have to do, that's just expected of you to do? Like when we're younger, when we're kids, your parents say, you're going to college, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to complete it. Now you are at a point in time in your life where everything is your choice, and you can no longer look back and blame it on your parents. You can no longer look back and blame it, or look to the side, or look forward and blame it on anybody. Did you make the moves? Did you take the necessary steps for yourself? Next, we have creativity, discovery, how to like to move, process your feelings, perspective, better off. This viewpoint is from the bottom looking to the top. And Me, I just all of a sudden got tunnel vision right here at this opening within the clouds. No, you can't see clearly on the other side. You can't see the clearness of the sky and the horizon because all that fluff is in the way. And that fluff is, just a test of your discernment. That fluff is a test of your will and of your strength. Because also, the way that I see this, the clouds almost look like they're not clouds, that they're a mountain. So, really, how tall is that tree that you think that it is that you have to climb? Discover yourself. Discover not just yourself, but everything that you have allowed and permitted into your life. Discover what is it about those things, those people, those places that causes you to be attracted to them. And even if it's a level of you don't know why, you just feel like you need that. Honey, the tightness in that. You just feel like you need it. You just feel that it's necessary. If so, why? Because there is a why to everything. Nothing ever is just because. Even in things that it's like, oh, well, it just happened. Yes, it just happened, but it just happened because this happened and this happened. History, the history of yourself, the avoidance of yourself that you haven't given attention to because you've allowed things to just be. It just is. Love yourself more for those who are not realizing they haven't loved themselves enough. New beginning. So you got a new start is coming over here, and then you got new beginning. So whatever this in between situation may be, which I am going to tap into and see if we can figure out what is the in between situation, or maybe this is just a personal reflection for yourself, which oftentimes, awesometimes, will have you do. Awesometimes will have you reflect on yourself. So, new beginnings, intentions, avoid the drama, moon madness. You think that everything is after you. You may actually believe that everything is after you. You may actually believe that if I start doing XYZ, somebody's going to come and take it, or somebody's going to come and steal my idea, or someone is going to come in and tell me no, and I've invested so much time and energy into this, and just to have to start all over. No, you call the shots for your life. It's called accountability, and I'm sure we all here are aware of it because of the commitment that comes along with your anger, the commitment that comes along with your disappointment. I'm sorry, that has come with your disappointment. Let's check the bottom and see if we can get mm, mm, mm. Again. Beginnings. Beginnings. Try again. New direction. Start over. It is perfectly, perfectly fine. Because as always, as usual, and I will point this out because it was a lesson that I had to learn in my life. Starting over does not mean that you failed. Mistakes does not mean that you failed. Mistakes simply means that you learned what doesn't work. Now you can try something different, or you can apply what seemed to have worked in that mistake and apply more things to balance that out. So let's come here, come here, come here, come here. Like just start. And if you already start, keep going. All right, so we have your sensuality is beautiful. So you feel like that. Let me bring her closer. You feel that you look like that. Mean, angry, living in the sewer. No, you're down in the dumps. Your sensuality is beautiful, but yet and still, for whatever reason, you just feel like the world sees you as crap. You feel there's probably been said to you that you, or expected of you, that you cast spells on people, that that you're manipulative, that your nice deeds, your good efforts are manipulation. And what we have to remember is the levels that we just came from, there are others who are just starting those levels. And I heard somebody say, now, I watch a little Shira 7, not saying that I'm into her. I'm just the type of person who I listen to all different types of perspectives. Even if I don't agree with them, I don't watch Love and Hip Hop and Black Ink Crew, but I've definitely used to be invested into those shows when I was at that level. But now, if ever I watch Love and Hip Hop or Black and Crew or such shows like that, I look to see what people in those lifestyles are doing and how they speak and the mindsets that they're in. And so I know what to be aware of when that type of energy shows up in my presence. And so I can say, that's what that is. So though others may feel that you're being manipulative with your kindness and you're like, oh my goodness, I meant well, why are they starting stuff with me? They don't know how to respond. They don't know how to react because they have yet to make it to your level. They have yet to allow the open doors in their head to open. I'm sorry, those bolted doors that they didn't, I'm sorry, they haven't even went to those wings in their head yet. They have yet to go into those wings of their head yet, like Beauty and the Beast. Remember, he was like, stay out of that wing of the castle. And there was something there so precious in that wing of the castle that he was avoiding, that he did not want to look at because he became so accustomed to living life the way that he was, that he had no hope. Now you have hope. Those other people are like the beast from Beauty and the Beast. Now, where we get things misconstrued at is that most of us tend to think that we're Belle. Now remember, Belle got frustrated. She wasn't going for that shit, right? But we all tend to think that we're Belle in somebody else's life. That we will be able to allow them to see the beauty of life and help, teach them what it is that we know. And oh, it's so wonderful over here. The water's warm. No. Deal with your beast and you be your own Belle. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that as we all do, we have every zodiac sign in our charts. So yes, you more than likely have Gemini placements, and I'm not saying anything towards Gemini because hey, guess what? I am a Gemini. Now what I'm saying is you have to see the other side of yourself. Don't try to rescue anyone else. Put the mask on yourself, first, as they say, and on the airplane when, before it takes off. Put the mask on yourself. And then guess what? If you need to, allow somebody a little bit of assistance, they'll already be on your path. You won't have to reach so far back in the past to to put the mask on them because you're going to need a long cord for that, okay? You're going to need a long cord for that oxygen to reach them because I am getting the gist that you are so far out. All these are distance, views of distance. You don't realize, like, Spirit has been sending so many cars to your residence saying, hey, you ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? And it's going to seem like you've catapulted to where you are supposed to be from where you actually are now, because it's like you're doing a last round visit, like family get-togethers or holidays when you say bye to everybody. You are that one who've been saying bye to every single person who has been there. That it's been 30 minutes, so now you feel like you need to rotate around and say goodbye to everybody again, and then it's another 30 minutes, and then you do it again and again and again. And Spirit is saying, get your ass up in this car and let's go, because you are about to miss your train. The car is only there to get you to your train, which is your destination. And I feel like this destination that you're going to is even going to be a surprise to you because of all the fear that you've been sitting in this darkness with, accepting other people and their commentary on you. You've kind of lost sight of what the vision is. But you have practiced so much and rehearsed so much what you need to do. You have practiced so much and recited so much what you need to do. Then once you get to that train station, you're already going to know what to do. You are going to be occupied until you reach the point of the destination that train is going to drop you off at. And it's going to be a whole new world, a world you didn't even know was there. All right. Because your life is going to be sweet, okay? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, okay? But guess what? The butterfly is not in this picture. You ain't even have to guess that. Just looking at the butterfly is not in there. So you need to look, and I get it. Bees, once they sting something, they die. So it's like, why are you even using your stinger? Do you not want to live? But in this case, fortunately, your stinger is not coming out your bum. Okay, if they decide to run into your bum while your stinger is out, it's not gonna hurt you. Okay, because you're still going forward. It's just gonna be one of those fuck around and find out moments for them. But as far as you, honey, your life is sweet. And you have yet to allow yourself to live in this abundance of honey and nectar and all the goodness that can come from it. So yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna tell you, it's okay for you to be stern. It's okay for you to say, you know what, forget they stubbornness. I gotta do what I need to do. A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. I don't even remember what movie that is from, but maybe. Oh, not even movie. Rugrats. Honey, remember they got all grown up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's time to grow up. And those other Rugrats, they not ready to grow up. But you can. And you will. So long as you decide to. Then we have the unknown, fallen. Okay, changes. And that came out with My Life is Sweet. The unknown is where you're heading to. And you, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. It's DMX. DMX, Dark Man X. Take it however it resonates. All right, then we have the unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. Let it go. Just let it go. The amazing thing that we do not look at is the people who we leave behind. They expect for us to turn around and come back. And so they could have those I told you so moments. I knew you would always come back. The more interesting thing about it is they're staying in the same place while you're actually living a life of adventure. Why not just go live that life of adventure? Even if you were somebody who decided to go back, to each their own. I'm sure you will have your own reasons, though I wouldn't suggest it. But sometimes going back means family, sometimes going back means other things. To each their own. But what it's saying is needed for you to let go is the obsession over grief that has not happened. You're the only one who's in grief about seeing the vision of your goals, your dreams, your prosperity, and what would it look like if I leave? You'll never know. You'll never know so long as you stay there. Negative nostalgia. You're crying. She's crying because that nostalgia is holding her back. And everything in her spirit is saying, excuse me, spirit burps, confirmation. Everything inside her is saying, it's time to go. It's time to leave. It's time for these new beginnings. And at the bottom, we have believe. Strange encounters. Once you do believe, everything is going to seem strange. I see chessboard right here, and then she's holding on to a horse. So which one is the bishop? I believe, is it the bishop or is it the rook? So you're going to be skipping around. So how can I explain this? Do I have anything? Look up the horse piece in chess. I believe it is the bishop. I know it is the bishop. So the bishop moves. If it's, let's say that this is a square, that's a square, whatever. So the bishop moves from this point, and then he goes straight across straight to the side, but he jumps over it. It's a box, right? So within that box, whatever color the bishop is on, he's jumping up to the box or over to the box or back in the box of the box that is not the color of the box that he was actually in. So you're about to live a new dawn, a new day. Once you allow yourself, and trust me, it's going to feel so good. You're playing chess, not checkers. Clearly, you're playing chess, not checkers. But you acting like your chess pieces can actually play checkers. Potentially it could if you forced it, but it just seems so uncomfortable because you don't have ordinary pieces. You're not living an ordinary life. And not to say others around you are living an ordinary life. The whole thing about it is that you're supposed to be minding your own business and living your life. And at the bottom, we have a moment's regret, nostalgia, idolizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Take a look at that. Look at this little gargoyle down here saying, oh, hey, no, stay. No. At least I'm going to say no for you. And I hope that eventually you get to the point that you do say no for yourself. Okay. Put her there. Idolizing the past. So, would you really be satisfied if life ended today? Would you be satisfied? Would you feel that you experienced all that it is that your heart desired to experience? Once again, not in violation of harm for somebody else or anybody else's situation. Of course, you making a choice for yourself means that you're not accessible for others to use your energy or your talents. True enough. So therefore you will be, disrupting someone's peace. But guess what? Just like you have to figure out your own stuff and you have to figure out the will of your own strength, they got to too. So I'm being told, hey, we got to cut this short because I could talk all day and spirit knows it. I can have so much to say, but this is not me and spirit like, hey, kick it. It's time to, it says, oh, hello from heaven. Hello from heaven, Archangel. I believe that's Ezekiel. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So you have ancestors and you have angels and you have spirits guarding. Like I said, you are not by yourself. Guiding you through this, saying, yeah, we're being patient. But at what point does patient become patient enough? I'm sure there has been someone in your life that you've stuck around for and you've given so much of your patience and your understanding for, and at some point, and that's probably where you're at right now, at some point you say to yourself, you know what, I've been here. You haven't changed any. You don't want to do anything that has been done, I've done it for you. When are you going to do it? When are you going to show the capabilities of yourself? And that is what Hello from Heaven is telling you, asking you. When are you going to allow us to enjoy seeing you fulfill your heart's desires and the prayers that we have granted you the abundance to be able to map out it as part of your foundation? I just felt like somebody could have had, someone might have a grandmother or an animal. I'm seeing a black dog, especially a tiny black dog, very feisty, coming through in the most, and I was thinking about it, the dog seemed like its natural character was feisty, but it's seeming very loving and hopeful, like it's cheering for you. So there is nothing like having somebody who is about their life on your team and on your side saying, hey, I'm finding the chill in me to calm down to tell you, you got this. You got this, and I'm here. And if anybody get in your way, I'm going at the, okay? And we have Focus intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. I said this is about you. This is about you. This is about you. It's not about anybody else. This is your time. Before we pull that angel number, ask a question real quick, and it could be about anything. It does not have to be anything that was discussed in this reading, but we are going to pull from our answers book. Okay, and we have it will remain unpredictable. So even once you feel like, oh my goodness, I never thought and imagined that this will happen, and it has. There's still going to be more to come. Life does not stop once you get what you want. Remember that life does not stop once you get what you want, unless you say, that's enough. And once you say, that's enough, there's two options from that. Either you're going to maintain it and keep it afloat, or you're going to let things fall apart and you'll really have to start all over. So ask yourself, how afraid are you really? And do understand your fear is anxiety, and your anxiety and fear are there for nourishment to say, hey, do you really like this feeling? Do you like this feeling? No, if you don't like this feeling, guess what we can do about it? We can do something about it. And so that feeling of fear and anxiety is no longer when it comes down to this. All right. So let's pull a number. And I saw you. Oh, we got two. Okay, 15, big break. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your task. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. What is it? Yeah, confirmation on top of confirmation. See, I'm looking at this word skills right here, and I actually thought that it said shift. So you are quantum leaping, and you're holding up that for what? Yeah, friend. Let's pull it together. Oh my God, I've been seeing this number all over the place. I'm going. We have 4444. Blessings in disguise. There might be something difficult ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, something may fall away. Some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Love. This is all about you creating a stable foundation for you. No one gets to step foot on your foundation without having done their own work, without earning the right to be in your presence. This is not about arrogance. This is about self-respect. This is about your dignity. This is about your integrity. This is about your momentum. This is about so much you, all right? As most of these readings will be. But why did sorry. I meant to put that over there. I'm sorry, deck. Justice. So I don't know what you came from and what you've been through. I don't know what it took for you to even get to this point, to hear this message. Keep going. If nobody else has told you that they're proud of you, I am going to say, I am proud of you so much that I'm going to say, go on about your way, go on about your business. Go Rebels!